And we are back for the deciding game here in the fourth place match of the TLS Season 2. It is going to be on everybody's favorite map, and by everybody I mean my favorite map, and anyone who doesn't like the map is an idiot. That's right, you are a very silly person if you dislike Fighting Spirit. Anyway, so we're now down to the last game. One of these guys is going to take home 3rd place, and the other will go home with nothing but the pride, I guess, of getting 4th place. So we have had some pretty crazy games so far, pretty long games. Wow, it's been like 2 hours already. Crazy series. Alright, so hopefully we have a nice, epic 5th game to tie it all off. And here we go. Alright, the top right is the yellow Zerg, we have Mr. Julia. The top left is the white Terran, we have KT TerrOr. We are once again cross spawns on a 4-player map. In fact, they're white and yellow again. I thought we had this a couple of times already. Interesting. The gods of random number generation seem to be in a consistent mood today. Anyway, doop-a-doop-a-doo. So, yeah, pretty hard-fought series so far. I think all the games have been at least 20 minutes. Is that right? Yeah, probably. Maybe not game number 2. But the other 3 definitely have been quite long. Anyway, we do have a scout towards the closer natural, very, very standard. And of course, Fighting Spirit, very nice, normal macro map. Wouldn't expect to see anything too crazy, lurker drops, etc. Not the best thing you can do, but you can definitely still do it on this map. Not unheard of. Interestingly, TerrOr, for the first time in the series, has built his depot on the low ground here. So is he gonna 14cc or something? Is he gonna do a 1max expand with a wall? Curious. Curious. I think he will. Okay, he's gonna wall in. Now I think if he builds the depot here, it'll be a tight wall. Because I know Mickey Mouse ear wall is tight, is link tight. Because I've seen it on Bloody Ridge as well. So as long as it's tight on the right between the depot and the cliff, I think it'll be tight everywhere. So you see this? I'm pretty sure that's a link tight wall. Good old Mickey Mouse. First time I saw this I was so confused, but it's actually link tight, which is pretty cool. Anyway. We have a 12 hatch. It actually looks like an 11 hatch here. Do you see that? It's actually an 11 hatch. Oh, no. Oh, it's because he went overpool. Ha! It's because I'm an idiot, that's why. Ha! Oh, man. I just didn't even bother looking in the main. Alright, 11 pool expand. That's why it was on 11. I was like, why is he going 11 hatch and not 12 hatch? Okay, that's why. So... It looks like. Expand? Expand? Now this is quite interesting. I rarely see this on Fighting Spirit, this type of 1max expand with a wall. But considering that Julia's been going overpool a lot of the games, this is actually really, really smart. So you might as well, he's just going to preemptively build this wall here, knowing that Julia likes to do that. And because the barracks is facing down, the Marines will spawn on the inside as well. So this is actually a really nice opening. I quite like this. In the meantime, the Lings are running down. By the way, I saw a few people asking in the chat about show matches. Yes, there will be a show match after the finals. It's also very exciting. We haven't revealed who the show matching player is, but I promise you, you will not be disappointed. In fact, if you miss the show match because you don't want to watch the ZVZ, you will definitely regret it. I couldn't actually believe it when I found out the show match. I was very pleasantly surprised. So, anyway. No, it's not me. Not me, I'm not playing the show match. I would totally 3-0 Zeke though if I played. See, that's why I just felt bad. Like, you know, we were thinking about having me play the show match, but I'm like, you know, I don't want to embarrass Zeke on stream after he just, you know, wins the whole thing. Or I guess Technics. That's not a spoiler, by the way, don't worry. I don't know who wins, but I'm just like assuming Zeke wins because Zeke wins everything. I've already assumed that he will win 4-1, as I said in my prediction. So yeah, if I were to play Zeke, I wouldn't want to embarrass him on the stream. You know, cannon rush him into the Stone Age. So, you know, we found some Chobo Korean to do that instead. Oh, I'll give you guys a hint. I'll give you guys a hint. It is a Protoss. It is a Protoss. So you guys can start guessing. I see some people randomly like guessing Nada and stuff. I'll tell you it's a Protoss. So, gonna have some ZVP action at the end there. So it'll be a nice mix. See, we start off with some ZVT, get some ZVZ in, and get some ZVP. It'll be pretty good. Pretty sick. So we got the Academy and the additional barracks. He's gonna build 2, right? Yep. Racks, 2, or sorry, Academy and then 2 barracks. Sweet. And, ooh, look at this. We have a den here, but it's been scouted. Now that's curious. So he's basically indicated that he's gonna go 3-hatch Lurker, but he might, this might be a fake. He could build a Spire as soon as the SCB dies. But it's not dying though. Is he gonna build out the Natural instead? He's not getting Lurker. He doesn't have enough minerals yet. Basically, Lurker Aspect costs the same as a Spire. But he is going to get Lurker Aspect. Okay. Now, this is some crazy mind game here, because he's shown the SCV that he's getting, he's gotten Hydroden. So, you know, normally it'd be like, oh, well, you know, clearly now TerrOr should prepare for Lurkers, but TerrOr now might try and, you know, reverse mind game this and be like, well, maybe, okay, so he does double scan here. He actually scanned perfectly in between both hatches. So he got like maximum vision. So I think the only way he wouldn't have seen the Spire if it was like here, or maybe like here? Can you even build a Spire there? I'm not sure. Yeah. But those are some really good scans, and we can see he's not actually building like anti-muted turrets or anything. Actually, I guess it's still a little bit early. But, ooh, the first Marine group sitting down here to deny a potential third. There's no drone out here. There's actually no drone going out anywhere. But I think that's okay. I'm not actually sure the timing of when the drone goes out when you open with 3-edge Lurker. And again, Julius actually getting Overlord speed here. It looks like he's just going Lurker drop non-stop. I mean, he went Mutas in one game, it didn't work out, and now he's just sticking with the Lurker game plan. Really, really interesting. You know, he's got 1 Overlord behind the Natural. He's got 1 at the back of the main here. Man, I really need to sneeze. Okay, I'm good. Alright. So their Lurkers are on the way. I think the scans were already used, so he's not going to be able to scan again now. Oh no, he's actually saving them. Oh no, he used 1. Does he know it's coming? He's definitely playing like he does. Oh, he's got the perfect anti-Overlord turrets. Look at that, he knows. Oh, he's gonna kill it too. There's a stim. Oh no, bye-bye Overlord. And here's the second one coming in. I think Julia is just gonna abandon the plan now. He's gonna do the exact same thing he did in game 1. Now that it's been scouted, he's not gonna drop. He's just gonna use this to scout, and then he's just gonna play a more macro game from here. But once again, he's basically just like wasted all of the money he spent on the Overlord speed and on the drop tech, and that's again a lot of gas. I think it's 300 gas right there down the drain, and 300 minerals as well. Someone could confirm that actually, that'd be cool. I don't want to be spreading misinformation here. I'm pretty sure both upgrades are 150, 150, but one of them might be 100, 100. Either way, it's a lot of money once you've opened 2-hatch. Now, it does allow him, of course, to get the very early Lurker defense of the 3rd base here, so that's quite handy. So even though this big Marine force is moving out, you know, Julia's not overly scared. I mean, there's no vessel yet. Although, actually, is there a vessel out now? Okay, there isn't, but there should be one producing. I'm not sure why TerrOr's not making one. I guess he's distracted by these Lurkers at the front. And we once again have attack upgrade. Man, Julia is sticking to his guns. I like it. It's a good game plan. I don't know though, because I feel like once TerrOr defends us so easily by predicting it and placing the turrets, you start off kind of behind. So like, if the drop doesn't do anything, you've essentially just done like a 3x lurker opening, except with fewer drones and fewer lurkers, so you're in not as good a shape. And 3x lurker opening is already slightly dubious. So I feel like, you know, if the drop part gets deflected, it's kind of bad. But I mean, I guess considering that 2x lurker drop is a bit of a cheesy opening, I guess that makes sense. Look at this, TerrOr's actually being really careful here. Just blocking all of the entrance ways into his base. Meantime, we have the hive already. I was just going to look for the Queen's Nest, and already the hive has started. So, once again, Julia continuing Hydra Lurker plus Fast Hive after 2-hatch Lurker opening. I mean, this is some pretty crazy stuff here. And it looks like here's the first move out for TerrOr. He does have his first vessel now, so he will be able to detect these lurkers, but there are a good number of Hydras with them. Not that many, though. I mean, if you imagine instead that he'd been going for Lurker Ling, he would have at least 2 control groups of Zerglings supporting these lurkers instead of just a few Hydras. And TerrOr's actually using some scans to see where the army is positioned. It looks like a few lurkers are actually going to be sent over to counterattack / deny reinforcements. So this army is kind of on its own, but it's still a very scary army even without reinforcements. But this is just going to help a little bit here. And although having those lurkers there means he's not going to have a flanking force. And here we go, the lurkers moving in. Not the best position though. Really not a good position. Losing 2 of those lurkers, will get 1 siege tank. Might get a second one though. He's going to try and target it down, but he's going to lose a lot of his Hydras. He's going to try and get the third, but there's the D-Matrix. No chance to get that one. I'm losing a few extra Hydras for no reason. And now the lurkers are by themselves. Only 3 Hydras remaining. But he does get 2 of those crucial siege tanks, and he still does have his opponent pinned back in the base. So Julia's still okay, but he's definitely, you know, feeling the pressure right now. He has to think a little bit about what he's going to do here. I mean, he's got his 3rd gas up and running at least. Going to plant that Nidus now. He does have the Defiler Mount on the way. And it looks like TerrOr's just going to pull back and deal with these lurkers that are causing him grief. Good old D-Matrix Siege Tank is leading the way. Looks like the lurkers are actually just going to get away scot-free, so that's quite nice. But meanwhile, we do have a dropship heading up to the top left, and again, there's no Spire because of the fast lurker opening, so he's not going to have any Scourge, but he does have the 4 lurkers coming in to stop them, and he's got 2 lurkers already in position, so I don't see this drop really doing very much damage. He's going to get a nice little position just out of range of the lurkers, but again, with more lurkers coming in, there's not very much that he can actually do here. And crucially, losing the medic, actually, the key component of that drop. Meanwhile, he's actually gone in the front as well with the main force, although it looks like he suicided his tank and his vessel here. I'm pretty sure that earlier explosion was a tank, although I'm not sure. Now he's going in. Why is he attacking into these lurkers, though? He doesn't even have protection. Oh my god, he's got to be so careful here. Scan. I guess he just saw them because they unburrowed, but pretty risky there. Meanwhile, adding on a couple more barracks here. Going for that SK Terran style. 2-star port pump with the mass marines, and looks like the drop is going in the main base. Julia, does he notice? He's got 2 Hydras coming back, but he's not pulling the drones. There's no medic left in the dropship, but still, the 7 marines can still do a lot of damage here. Like, especially against just only Hydras, although the original Hydras coming back, but that's going to allow TerrOr the opportunity to push in the front, though. He really should be going in the front with all these Hydras out of position. A couple of drones still dying, actually, because the Hydras can't clean these marines up fast enough. But indeed, TerrOr is repositioning his tanks forward and is pushing these lurkers back into the natural of his opponent here. Meanwhile, it looks like 3rd Command Center is floating over to the 9 o'clock base. There's 1 Zergling blocking it, but with all this pressure he's putting on, he's in good shape. Where are the Defiles? The Defiles should be out soon. Consume, yes, Consume is finished, so it looks like Julia will be able to hold on with Consume and Dark Swarms. Oh my god! He doesn't have energy. Okay, he has 1 energy on the back one. Only 1 Swarm, but it will be enough to push back this Terran army, so a little bit scary there. Meanwhile, where the hell is this Command Center going? I have no idea. He's like going on the attack. Look at that, he's going towards... He's going to meet up with the army here. Where's he going? Where are you going, bro? Dude, the thing's that way. It's this way. Where? Okay, good. Okay, you got it. What the? Oh man, what was that? Alright, so it's like a couple of dudes gonna get taken down. Lurker's gonna pull back. We should be able to pop some Oh, actually, looks like he lost the Nidus. Possibly because, yeah, it looks like the Nidus exit got sieged down. So he actually lost the Nidus, but with 3 lurkers there, he will be able to buy some time. So the entrance is up. He needs to plant the other side. Where's the other side? Alright, there's the other side now morphing. So when that finishes, he will be able to get his father there, but that's going to be very close. Oh man, if TerrOr can just run up and snipe this side of the Nidus, he will be able to stop any additional reinforcements. But there's the lurker burrowing to help protect it. The siege tanks need to come up and siege down. It looks like the Nidus counter will be done in time though, because TerrOr doesn't realize that this has no connection on the other side yet. If he knew what was happening, he'd just suicide some Marines to go and kill it. He is going in there now. The Nidus is finished, and there is the explosion of units just in the nick of time, and actually in perfect time to catch a lot of those Marines. Really nice move there. You know, this command center just cannot figure out what to do here. Okay, looks like there were some units actually blocking that third for TerrOr. So TerrOr, despite having a good number of units here, is just unable to take his third base. Well, he's not unable, he's just not sending the reinforcements over to clear it out. Meanwhile, Julia taking the other corner expansion here at the bottom right, and is looking in pretty good control of this game, I gotta say. Looks like some units going over to the bottom right just to deny that. It seems like TerrOr's wised up to Julia's tactics of taking the corner expos. And looks like, oh, the vessel's coming over. There's a few Hydras, but they're not overly concerned. Just going to get those irradiates off. And it looks like this small army might be forfeit here. Although, not that many irradiates actually. It looks like, oh, they were mostly out of energy. So good plague hitting all of them. Meanwhile, this bottom right base has been cancelled. He's going to start making factories here. Julia also getting that 3 o'clock, but here come the lurkers to clean up the top left for us. Although he's going to kill a good number of the lurkers anyway. And oh, one more shot. Wait, I still didn't kill it. Wait, oh no, 2 HP left. Anyway, more lurkers coming in the back, a 95 supply against 150. TerrOr just somehow keeps having monstrous supply leads without actually winning the game. I mean, he's still not getting his third. I don't know why he's not getting it. And Julius is taking 3 o'clock now. And here we go. Lurkers coming in. The Marines, what are they doing? Oh man, he tried to split, but he was in an awkward position on the ramp. So he actually just couldn't do it. It was an interesting attempt there, although he's now getting a much better position at the top of the ramp. But not quite enough with so few Marines. So that is going to fall. And as I said, Julia taking the 3 o'clock. Does he still have a spire? Why he still doesn't have a spire? That's pretty, could be pretty problematic. He really wants to keep the vessel count low and deal with dropships, but otherwise Julia is in really good shape here. Despite being behind on supply, you know, he's about to be on 4 base. Yeah, he's basically on 4 bases. This base is not quite mining it. He's getting yet a 5th base here at the top left natural. And he's denied the Terran's third for just so long here, a ridiculous amount of time. If he had a queen now, he could actually even infest his command center. Oh man, does he have a queen? He's got a queen's nest. Come on, please make a queen. Please make a queen. Just infest it again. Infest it. Infest it. Do it like you did last game. Do it. Do it. Make a queen. Make a queen. I'm like trying to click on all the eggs to see if he's making a queen. He doesn't even have eggs. Yes! Yes! Julia, you are my hero. Oh my god, Julia. Julia made a queen. He made a queen. He made a queen. He's going to infest it. And TerrOr is not repairing that command center. We are actually going to see a second infested command center in the same series. Alright, looks like some Hydra lurk going to bust down into the bottom right. The tanks are not out yet. The big Terran army, despite having a huge supply lead, is not actually in position to do anything useful. So, well, taking on 2 Marines, that's pretty cute. But this base is probably going to have to be cancelled. The drone even doing its part here. And yeah, this is just not gone well. Yeah, that's been cancelled. He's going to have to lift these factories. I wonder where the Queen went. Oh no, he repaired it! Oh god, TerrOr, you suck! TerrOr! You suck! Why did you repair your command center? Ah, oh, you terrible person, you god. What kind of person repairs his own command center so it doesn't get infested? I mean, who does that? Ah, oh, god. What a terrible, terrible person. Anyway, good old 6 Marine Plague. And in the meantime, though, Julia has got 5 bases. He has got 5 bases, and now we have a Hydralist counterattack. It's a pretty random counterattack, and it looks like he's going to grab at least a free siege tank, which is pretty nice. And now it's going to get squashed. Plague! Double plague! Triple plague! Nope, no plagues. But Julia has decided to expand on the corpse of that command center. Well, not really a corpse, it got cancelled, but still. So TerrOr is still just running around in the middle of the map, kind of like a headless chicken. He keeps going back and forth and not actually killing anything or doing anything useful. I mean, like, he's got this giant army in the middle of the map, and he hasn't killed any expansions, and he lost his own expansion. So I don't understand what the point is of having a huge army in the middle of the map if you're not actually killing enemy bases or protecting your own bases. Like, those are the only two things that are useful to do, and he's done neither of them. So it's like, you might as well just not even have an army. Oh man, he's really silly. Oh no, he gets killed by the spore! Oh man, Zergs actually often do this in the late game. They'll get random spores just to kill plague vessels. It's actually surprisingly effective. So, more swarms going up, and TerrOr again trying to poke in, but can't really engage. Is still gonna lose dudes. Very good. That was pretty good. He's losing the other side though. He's lost the other side, but looks like this small force is gonna win. And it's got a few SCVs going down to the bottom right because that's fine. Oh, he pulled them back in time. That's good. Yeah, he basically wanted to build a command center and like 4 factories here, and he's like, wait a minute, not how I planned that out in my head. So this is going quite badly now for TerrOr. He is now just slightly ahead in supply, but nowhere near what he was, 5 minutes ago. And again, we have Julia getting Burrow here at this late stage. He's still got, he's got a couple of queens. He might be getting Broodling. Well, I don't see anything researching. Maybe he got it already. He's got 2 queens though. He might have gotten Ensnare like he did in the first game, actually. Ensnare is actually fairly good if you have enough APM to control. Like, J-Dom tried it once, going Dark Swarm and Ensnare as well to trap the Marines. It's just that it's really hard because you have to control so many things at once, like your army and the Ensnare and the Dark Swarm, and positioning everything, getting your lurkers and things not stuck on each other. It's actually pretty tricky, but if you can pull it off, it's amazingly strong. Anyway, cute little lurker egg block here to defend like nothing. I guess it's just going to stop the expansion a little bit, but not even that. So that is a lot of Marine shots. Man, there's a lot of Marine shots. Yeah, it's because eggs have like 10 armor or something, so the Marines only do 1 damage, or half damage or something. Anyway, Queen coming in. Oh, we're gonna have a bit of engagement. Both armies a little bit out of position here. It looks like, though, Zerg's gonna get a better angle. Oh my god, TerrOr needs to move back! Whoa! Barely gets back, and the Queen still have to use a spell. There's the Irradiate. Looks like it's not really gonna do anything. Is he just gonna Parasite something? Hey! Parasite that fire bat. But Julia has his bottom right base. And are we gonna kill the parasited guy? Are we gonna restore him? Where'd he go? There he is. Kill him! He's a traitor! Oh yeah, he's just gonna go wander off into the wilderness. Poor little guy. So he's now on suicide scouting mission. This actually reminds me of one of Cholera's casts. I wonder how many people here actually know Cholera SC. He was one of my favorite English commentators. I used to always watch his VODs. He would like at some point he had ideas for brutal short stories, and I think one of them was a Marine gets parasited and is like forced out of the Terran base and just has to wander the wastelands or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, looks like a good denial here of the 12 o'clock, but unfortunately just cannot seem to get the 6 o'clock base though. Julia is just doing a really good job denying this, while just mining away at the bottom right main, which is no business doing. So that is problematic. Wow, 12 kills on that lurker. So TerrOr decided to change direction, go for the top left again. And again, this is Dark Swarm. Man, these Dark Swarms just stopping him every which way here. I wonder if TerrOr should try some mass dropship play or something. It's funny because I've actually seen some Korean Terrans do that. Like I think I've seen Mong go for 4 or 5 dropship mass drop doom drops on the Zerg main and have it be really effective. Like, Julia's always in position to defend these naturals, so I don't know why TerrOr just keeps banging his head against the walls like this. It's really not ideal. The Ultralisks, as you can see, are already out. Looks like they even have their armor upgrade here. Facing pretty well upgraded Marines, though. 3-2 Marines. and actually only 2-0 Zerglings and 4-0 Ultras. So it looks like at least TerrOr does still have the upgrade advantage, but he's not actually behind in supply. While I wasn't even noticing, he's actually fallen down to 163 against 168, so slightly behind in supply, which is really bad in TDZ. And again, just cannot make headway. I mean, just look at this! Every time he goes a different direction, he's just like running in circles in the middle of the map. He's literally running circles, poking here, poking, nope, poking here, denied, no, poking here. I mean, this poor TerrOr just denied at every turn here. Oh man. Alright, looks like random lurker gonna bite the dust. He's finally mixing in some fire bats actually. He's realized that fire bats are actually like one of the few things that do something under Dark Swarm. They at least do a bit of splash damage. They don't do that full damage of course, but they do a little bit. Meanwhile, going to run up narrow ramps with lurks on top, that's, you know, always a good idea. And by good I mean bad. So, TerrOr is in humongous trouble, and I think we're just waiting for Julia to finish him off here. I mean, TerrOr's bleeding out. He's only got the 9 o'clock base left lining. Looks like he's gonna have another engagement here. Oh, Ultra's coming in from the back now. Not in the Dark Swarm though, but this. Oh man, this is way too many. It doesn't even matter. Oh god, he's even sandwiched by the Hydralisks. Ultra's coming in the other side here. TerrOr losing the last of his army in the middle of the map. He is going to kind of pick off this flanking force though, so he is going to regroup with the rest of his army. And by rest of his army, I mean like with 10 Marines, but you know, better than nothing. Julia, meanwhile, is floating a lot of money. You should just make like 10 more Ultras and spend that money straight away. So TerrOr is going to hold on a little bit longer, but he's going to be mined out pretty quickly here. He's going to have to hold on to the 6 o'clock if he wants to do something, but I don't know how he's going to do that. I mean, I guess he's still got some minerals at the the 9 o'clock. He's got about 550 minerals per patch there. But this is just not going to happen. Alright, here we go. TerrOr trying to take the 6. He's over at the 6. Julia just going to make more Ultras. Oh, he's going for a drop. He's going for a big drop here. He's just going to be careful not to fly into the Marines. He's loading up right in the middle. Oh, he's going to drop the 9 o'clock. Surprisingly, he didn't load up more Overlords. He's only got 4 Overlords, actually. He's not even sending a Ground Force. He should send the Ground Force at the same time. That'd be really effective. Meanwhile, more random Queens coming out. And he's going to take that base as well. So he's going to go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. And potentially even 8, taking his Robocop. But it looks like TerrOr finally has got some mining here at the 6 o'clock, so that's going to help him a little bit. He's also got the most of his army here to help protect it, as well as put pressure on the bottom right bases. For this counter drop, though, no, it's actually not going to the 9 o'clock. It's going towards the main? Where's he going? Oh, it's going to be a main drop. Oh, man. This could actually be really good. There's not that many units here to reinforce, and there's a lot of infrastructure here in the main base. Here we go. He's coming in, there's the drop. Fortunately, there's actually not that many Lings there. I think the Lings would be way more useful than Hydras. Cracklings just do have so much DPS. And the 6 o'clock is still up. There's the main base, it's falling. The starports are going to go down here. The main Terran army is trying to come back as quickly as they can. Looks like Julius is going to try and snipe as many buildings as he can. Going to get both of these starports. Is he? Yes, he's going to get second starport right there. Going to go after the factory as well. I don't think he's going to get that, though. But man, nice little snipe there. Going to stop the vessel production. And that's actually quite crucial because notice that TerrOr has a lot of gas in the bank and not many minerals. So and vessels are like 225 gas and only 100 minerals. So that would have been really nice for him to balance that out by making a lot more vessels. But by losing those starports, he's actually can only make the mineral heavy units instead. And that is really problematic now. So that's going to hurt. That's definitely hurting his macro. Although he does now have the 6 o'clock as well. So a little bit of breath of fresh air, but seems pretty problematic still because look at this. Julia's 190 supply, 2,500 minerals banked. The army's coming down here. Julia's army doesn't seem that big considering he's max. I'm not sure where all his supply is, but he's got enough to break the 6 o'clock. Although here we go. This could be the last engagement. The Ultra Hydra Lurker army is coming in here. A lot of Ultras, not many Zerglings though. By not many, I mean not a single Zergling in sight, which is a little bit weird. Zerglings have pretty good DPS once they get the adrenal glands. Ultras actually don't have a fantastic DPS. I mean they're good, but you really want them to mainly be tanking while other units DPS, although it looks like the Hydras are actually enough. And oh man, he's still just able to sweep through his army, and there's the Dark Swarm. So, you know, despite what I was saying, it looks like the Ultras and Hydras were enough. GG from TerrOr, and Julia takes the series 3-2 and takes the 3rd place prize here in the TLS Season 2. And you know what that means? That means the top 3 are all Zergs. Oh yeah, Swarm fighting. Man, what a long series that was. Whew! Alright, congrats to Julia. He will get the $50 3rd place prize, as well as a shiny bronze medal. But not really, because we don't have medals. But he's cool. He got 3rd place. And of course, congrats to TerrOr for making it this far. Got 4th place. It's pretty good, considering all the Ghostus who were playing. I mean, he got revenge on Michael from last season, so that's a very nice result. But now, the main event. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the finals. A ZVZ between last season's champion, Siki, and the man who wants to dethrone him, arguably the number 2 foreigner in the scene, Technics, is going to challenge the king here. Will he be successful, or will he go down in flames like Michael did last season? I hope he doesn't. I hope he puts up a fight here, but we shall see after the break.